Hello, 12 signs. It is December 17th, 2019. I am the Queen of Clovers, and I do welcome you to my channel to just discuss a little bit of this full moon hangover above us still. Full moon hangovers come from those ascension symptoms, from the energy of the moon pulling on us. But the reason they become extremely accentuated is because you actually do the 3D work. Like, you actually do the 9 of Swords. If you sit down and said, where do I have 9 swords in my life? Because that was the full moon card last week, Thursday. And it was, what haven't I taken care of? What do I have hanging over my head? Do I want to carry these anxious, painful swords into 2019, or do I just want to suffer that now in 2020, into the new decade, new year, this glorious time? Or do I want to just suffer that now and just handle my shit? A lot of people think I have daddy issues, which is not true, because I don't have a daddy. I have a papa. My dad is my papa, like Fievel. I call him Poppy, and he's a wonderful man. And one of the reasons, perhaps, maybe, nobody can live up to him. First of all, he's absolutely wonderful, and then he's a man with faults, but I've never seen him not repair his faults. I've never seen him leave something for years upon years incomplete. It's that energy of always trying, always efforting, always thinking it through, that just, it's quite glorious. And when I was growing up, you know, if 6 months, if you have a problem now and 6 months later you still have that problem, there's a bigger problem. And my parents kind of nudged things along, and I thought they didn't care about talking about things, but that's probably the biggest complaint, is my parents weren't as direct in Aries as I was, and they kind of nudged things along, and it made me feel neglected sometimes. But that's really the only complaint I had. But I really pretty much had a glorious childhood, a really great childhood. And I've been able to accept that now that I've been able to figure that out. But this is that energy. Are you going to handle this now, or are you going to handle this 6 months from now? Because if you handle this for 6 months from now, first of all, the problem is going to be magnified exponentially, especially if it's a 3D, a Capricornian issue. Remember, Jupiter is involved. But secondly, it's just, this is the part of the soul evolution journey I'm talking about. I get really upset with Spirit because I'm not going to be a love reader. And I could have 1,000 of subscribers if I just read for love and really focused on those energies and those lessons and the card meanings and really meditated on love all the time. But that's not Spirit's plan for me, and it's not really my plan for me, and I hate it. I really do hate it. I wish I could talk more about lovey-dovey things, cuddly bear things, but it's not part of my game. It's not my calling. My calling's to get us ready for our, you know, as spiritual beings, because that I understand, and I understand, you know, I do have some shamanistic tendencies and dismemberment issues, experiences. So I know that I'm not the lovey-dovey reader as much as I want to be. I could be explosive on this channel, just raking in the dimes. But I'm just gonna pull some cards and see what Spirit wants us to do with this hangover. And by full moon hangover, I mean you should have been working on stuff. You should be a little tired. You should have stayed up a couple extra nights or woke up very early to do what needed to be done to get where you needed to be. That's really it. That's why I have a full moon hangover. Of course, I do have ascension symptoms. I do feel my crown chakra opening. I do find it more difficult to slouch and crunch in than actually stand up straight. You know, when you feel like, oh, I'm slouching, I need to sit up straight, kind of thing. No, it's quite the opposite for me right now. My back is tired as fuck from being straight all day, and I just want to like curl in a ball and go to sleep. I want to slouch, but then when I lay down, my body still wants to like spine out, you know, like straighten out my spine. It's that kind of thing, because I've been working hard at something, and that's really the ascension symptoms and the 3D experiences that are informing our spiritual bodies at the same time. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, can we get some advice on this full moon hangover? The Fool card. The Fool card. We are getting ready for a journey or a new start. This is also the Aries card. I'm an Aries like that. But this is being fully ready to step forward in something new and fantastic. But what's interesting is the choice of tools. The Fool doesn't pack like 8 suitcases to go on this journey. They're not worried about remembering their tweezers or their makeup bag or their perfect shampoo. They're just worried about, like, this is a journey, empty-handed journey. The most that this Fool, she is even taking, are these lovely flowers and her butterfly friend here to remind her that she's about to transform. It's not about. There is a shedding of 3D, but it's just shedding of weight. It's not shedding of the experience of the 3D. That's really important right now for us. What clarity can you give me on the Fool? I mean, we're all about to start this new decade. We're all about to start a new journey. I feel like everyone is clearing house, sweeping the floors with those 9 of Swords. Is the feeling, and it's just like, ending this, ending that. I would love to be divorced by the end of the year, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get to that sword issue fast enough. Remember, swords are man-made energy. There are things that we have to deal with in this 3D life that are man-made and that do come from not just here on Earth. There are things that are earthen that are 3D. But then there are things that are man-made, like freeways and divorces. The Hierophant. This is a non-traditional journey. Yeah, we do feel kind of silly right now, a little stupid. Sometimes you feel really stupid when you go through things because it's, first of all, you're on the Fool's journey. Second of all, you thought something was the way it was supposed to be, and you're finding out there is no supposed to be. It is that Fool's journey of, I can stand in my own. I've been informed. I have good bases, but now I have to move on forward to other things that aren't normal and aren't in the man-made system. That just we could have a tourist around you right now that's basically living everything very to the T, living out the plan. There are people still on the journey of, I'm going to get good grades and go to a great college, and then I'm going to get a great job, and I'm going to work there for 50 years, and then I'm going to retire and get a white picket fence. It's not available to us there. It's not. Okay, this is a really good card to follow. These are really good cards. I have the Paranormal Curiosity. Paranormal deals with occult business. This is the Initiated. In order to get occult information or deal with the occult, we have to be fully initiated into that spiritual energy. Occult does mean that information that is not commonly known, it is known to, as I said, the initiated, the baptized. So this is a journey into spirit. This is a journey into something else, something that is not known. There's so much unknown here because an initiation will be required for you to get through this. And it's not normal. With the Hierophant in reverse, it is not the usual path. This is preparing to not walk the usual path, releasing that full moon energy to step out into a world that is completely foreign to you. The path that you're on is completely foreign to you, and then you're going to be getting new information from the occult, from spirit, just saying, letting you know where you're supposed to go. That's faith. And the occult is not just, the occult is not demons and whatevers. No, it is, the occult is religious. Because you do have to be initiated into religion and Christianity all the same. There are lessons to be learned. All right, this is the Tower card here. A lot of us are going through very steep changes in our beliefs, in our faiths, in what supports us. This angel in this Decadence card, this is the Tower card in the Beautiful Creatures deck, has never used her power. She hasn't gotten her wings either. It's just because she hasn't. She's just sat back and enjoyed heaven as it is, as she was created, and then she is struck down. And there's her seeing eye. There's her number one power that she needs to nurture and grow and get back as a main part of her life. That's the striking down in this card. The difficulty in this Tower is that it's realizing that our best pieces we may be carrying apart from ourselves, or we may be hiding from the world. We may be not traveling that path because it is not the traditional path, or it looks a little hard. One of the reasons that angel doesn't do it is because she's seen fallen angels. She's seen angels struck down. She's seen man fail and go to hell, kind of thing. And she doesn't want any of that business. But then at the same time, she doesn't get any of the rewards. She's even struck down from heaven in order to no longer indulge in those rewards, so she can actually build her light and her knowledge again. So it's not enough to indulge in spirit. You also have to do work. You also have to really get in there and make the effort. I have the Judgment card. This is a card of opportunity. This is a card of what are you going to create now? We've been through a lot this year, from Fool to Judgment card. And that's what I really feel this is. We've been through the Tower. Everyone had a tower and a half this year. If you didn't have more than one tower this year, you are blessed. Oh my goodness, you are way above us. But I will tell you right now, this is a reflection on 2019, just like the full moon was. And it's basically saying, let's end this. Let's close this out. Let's close this out strong and fervid. And let's make something really beautiful from what we've learned with this Judgment card. It is actually a really beautiful lesson. I love that she has that paintbrush there. She has the butterflies. She has her butterfly wings. She's transformed from caterpillar to butterfly. She can fly again. It has that energy of possibility that we all deserve, that we all need to open up for ourselves and our children. There's nothing wrong with opening up possibility for others either. Sometimes that's your calling. But it is a 3D. It is a physical journey. There's more to it than just sitting on your knees. There are times for that, of course. But there's also a time to paint, to read, to write, to create, to grab hold of change. This is an opportunity card. This is something happening. Things will happen. Beautiful things will happen. You know, did he say beautiful pink pigs in satin? No, beautiful things will happen when you get here, when you can see incorporating your full spiritual experience into your 3D experience more fully. And that does have to happen by working through those Nine of Swords. All right, everyone. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. It's been a rough one, but just keep going. There's nowhere to go but up these days. All right. Have a good one, my loves.